Welcome to Heritage Homestead Creations. It's been a bit since I've put up a video of any kind, mainly because I've wanted to have a smaller footprint on the digital side. For pretty much everybody who's subscribed to this channel is subscribed to my other channel. And things have been quite busy for us here, but there's so many of you out there that we love and love interacting with. Thought we would touch base for just a quick one, because out here at Heritage Homestead Creations, we're always creating stuff. We're always making, building, doing, finding solutions for things. So I thought I would share some of those with you, and I've chosen a unique perspective. I hope. Well, some of you have seen this before. But, all right, so let's flip around here. Woohoo! We are up high here. Smoky! So, let's take a quick look at some of the things that have happened over the last month or so that are wonderful creations out here on the homestead. First one is, if you can see her, Copper and Coal, our lovely little pigs, have taken their time at multiplying. Not sure what's going on. I hear you, buddy. Where'd you go? Because it takes so long for a piglet to for her to get pregnant, have piglets, and then for the piglet to be raised up and grown to a large enough size to butcher, it's going to take almost a year. Well, we got Copper and Coal in November. Here's Mittens. Hey Mittens, what you doing, little girl? And so I went ahead, and since Coal has not gotten pregnant yet. Actually, I think she may be now. A couple weeks ago, after we got that last rain, I think she went into heat. Or, we came out of heat and she went into it, I think, because Copper was hard on her for a bit. But we didn't actually see him on her, so she's acted a little weird. I don't know. We'll see. But so I got what T has named and dubbed Pork Chop, because in about 4 to 5 months, and Pork Chop is now probably 7-8 weeks or something like that old. Pork Chop will be ready to be butchered and allow us to put some meat in the freezer. So that's the first thing. We've done a lot of work. There's my Smokey. Smokey, what you doing? Hey, you. What you looking at? Smokey, there you are. Say hi. Say meow wow. She says, no, I'm not talking. So we've done a lot of work in the garden here. And as of the last time we talked, I've got some beans. Those are our Royal Burgundies. I've got some Blue Lake Bush. I've had a hard time with the seed popping up. Still issues with some of my seeds older, but it's all saved seed. But we've done some replanting. We put in some cucumbers here, and only 2 of those, so we need new fresh seed. I've got some cucumbers right here that are pickling. So these are going to, we didn't get any cucumbers this spring. The heat just totally destroyed everything. So I'm definitely have to save nothing but seed off of these green beans. We have some Royal Burgundies here. As you can see, we tilled in the manure real well, and you can see the kind of little black specks in the. So it still needs to be mixed in, but it's really helping. I've got a little patch of corn here. We got rain last night, and a couple of those are laying down. I need to get up. I wanted to, the corn I did down there didn't do anything, and the corn, and we'll walk over there here in a minute. Corn I did up there really hadn't done anything. I think the drought just impacted it too badly. This patch of Hubbard squash, really, I only got one out of it, and I've got to prepare it for the prepare it for the garlic to go back in here very soon. So this little patch has been our onion garlic patch, and that patch back there has been our garlic patch, and it does real well. We had huge amounts, but our let's look at the sweet potatoes there. Sweet potatoes here by accident, by throwing remainder roots. Sweet potato patch right there. Somebody's sneaking up on us. The sweet potatoes are really doing well. Our beets have done pretty good. They've come back since we got annihilated by those pesky thousands and thousands of blister beetles. They moved on. Really, really well on our cabbage. I'm telling you folks, the back to Eden method where you put the mulch down is imperative. And our neighbor friend, Ken, you've heard me talk about some of the logs and cedar logs I've gotten and stuff we've done. He's got the tractor, so we're going to clear out this lot, a portion of this lot 17 down here, and put in another paddock this winter. And in doing so, we're talking about renting a chipper. He wants some mulch, and I'd like to probably gonna put mulch on this, because these two patches here, including that one up there, did not do very well with the sun baking on the dirt. The mulch that we had back here, incredible the difference, even in the worst of drought situations. So we're going to be mulching that. I'm going to clear that area back there. What else? So now that we're getting some rain, and we did here for the a couple weeks ago, we got a couple inches, and a week or two before that we got another inch or two. So we've had about 4 inches, but if you look at the average rainfall per month here, it usually averages 4 inches per month, about an inch per week. So we're still way down. And you're going to go, hey, Aaron, what are you going to talk about this roof thingy that's in front of you? Well, that's been our next biggest project. We've redone our line here. The old pipe is down there to try and correct an issue. That big pipe got to where it was sagging. The water didn't want to flow through it. We were getting some rain this last few rains, and it just didn't want to move through here very well. So I've redone the pipe to a smaller pipe to keep it moving, and we finally worked on, let's step over here. Stepped on to our, there's Shadow. What are you doing? Shadow. Meow. Meow, she says. This is their new favorite. So actually, up here is their new favorite spot. So, used the shingles. I'd rather have metal, but I had them given to me, so why not use them? The fun part about this project is the fact that all the materials, all the wood, came off the mill. Ken provided some oak logs. We'll show you that in just a second, and a bunch of the cedar logs too. So we've boarded it up in cedar, and it's not done. I've got to do the siding. This is just the wall construction, and let's go down and take a look at it. Let's see if I can do this coordinatedly.
Oh, you can.
Oh, I can, she says. Come on down here. So we actually poured some concrete footers. I did not do videos on this. You know, this is fairly easy construction. Most of you who have done any kind of construction can recognize the elements of the bottom plates, studs, and 2x4s. It's just that these are oak. It's post oak. It's not a very good oak. And you can see even knotty and wormy. Hey, and you can see that there's light through them. So these boards, I didn't, edge up or anything for a tight fit, because I plan on doing the siding. I'm going to show you the siding in just a minute, but even some of the boards we used probably could have been a little bit better, but that's okay, because it's going to get covered up with some really nice looking cedar boards. These were all the offcuts that we were stacking up because they wouldn't make full boards. I ended up doing some nice full boards to finish it off, but it was a way of using up all the extra stuff that you might not make anything with because of that. And then, see, do we have some light there? And I think I showed you folks on my other channel the redone plumbing. So all the pressure line now goes through a filter. We have the line that goes down.
Can you get in there? Oh, kind of like.
Yeah, it's not. It helps a little bit. So we do have our tie-in to the tank lines from the other tank. So all three tanks are finally connected. We have the pressure line right here that goes down and under, and that goes to the other cabin. So the cabin, both cabins are now run through the one pump. This is one of those very inexpensive Harbor Freight shallow well pumps, which makes great for what we're doing. Of course, that pressure tank went out, so we had to get another one. But I have conveniently set this up so that when this eventually does go, years down the road, I hope, because this is even 10 years old.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's about 10 years old.
All I have to do is quick disconnect, unscrew this, unscrew that, and I think I got them right here. Yeah, so the newer ones at Harbor Freight are the green ones like this, and all I got to do is screw those pipes in, and it's an easy change out. So we have our spare backup. Mm-hmm. And so what's left to create? We got to do the siding here. You take that now, since you're out here. We have to do the siding on this. So let's go take a look at the that. Let's go this way. Here's another project that we're getting ready to take on. Well, I didn't show them the. All right, so behind back there, as I was looking at Smokey and the cats back there, there's some long boards that we pulled out of one of our cedars, and it's probably going to be about a 2-day project, but we're going to put together another wood shed very similar to the one that we're going to go to back there for the firewood. But let's go take a look at the things going on here. We've cleaned this up. The beets look pretty good. Some of them will come back real good. Some of them not so great.
I think the grasshoppers got to some of them.
So this is chili beans. So I finally got some. The water's kind of laid them over a bit from the rain last night. Chili beans and another squash, and then we got some onions over here that you can't quite see, but there's grass around the little onions. Chili beans are a fun one. We like chili. We'll do it with our venison meat in the fall. But it takes a lot of beans, and a lot of people don't realize how many beans you got to let grow and grow to full size, like you were saving seed without picking them, so that you can have fully developed bean seed. So this is a small patch. I'm hoping that we'll have a decent crop of them. We got enough time in the rest of the year. But back on topic. Oh, and with the rain, the water's about, now you're dripping out of here. Mm-hmm. Water's up here. So we're almost filled up. So I'm going to tell you, that I've been saying it to everybody now, that mill has got to be one of the funnest toys that I've ever had. I mean, I can't tell you how much absolute pleasure it's been to make all my own wood. So come on in here. They're a little dusty here, but I'm making my own what would be considered clapboard siding or overlap siding boards. You know, where we go up the side of it out of the cedar. That should last a long, long, long time. So we got a stack of those. I've got to do a lot more of them. And then we got some more cedar 1x and a ton of wood that we have for projects to get into once we get done with all the stupid infrastructure. So I got to make a whole lot more of these, but these are gorgeous. I mean, very lightweight. Knock that dust off of there. And when we get enough of it, we have Is that back in there? Right, there we go. When we get enough of it, we'll get it put up, and I'll probably brad nail it on, and then get it nice and trimmed up real nice, and then she gets to do what she gets to do.
I get to paint.
You get to paint it, and then we're going to paint it the same green as we've got everything else. And if I've done my job right and we keep the water off of it well, that thing should be there for a very, very long time. We've gotten a few more logs. Let's go this way. A few more cedar logs. We've gone through a big pile, but I've got one more big log, a huge cedar log. I'm kind of hoping that we can save this big fat one for some very special projects, because I should be able to get some very wide boards out of there, some good solid 1-inch wide boards. But the others, I think there's some up there. We're going to get some siding off of it, and then we're going to get a few more boards from some other logs, because that's got to be, I mean, wide boards. So let's take a look at one other thing. Let's head back over this way. Hey, Shadow, where are you going? Smokey, hey buddy. He says, "What you doing, mamas? What you doing?" Watch your head. Always watch your head. These sheets are the roofing for the shed. Just go around there. It's drizzling. I don't know if you can see it in the camera.
Kind of.
But
You can see a mist.
Drizzly. Zoom goes Shadow. Oh, it's actually kind of nice being cool and damp. What do you think, honey?
Yeah, it's better than the humidity and 90-some degrees.
So out of that one tree, I've got some 17-foot full 2x6s, or actually 2x7s. So they're actually, well, no, I take it back. I did those at 1.5 inches. The other boards over there are full 2-inch. So we got the posts and all the wood. So over there, where that pallet is, we're going to do the wood shed for the firewood. Eventually, we'll stack all new wood under that, and we'll eat away at this one. Let's take a quick walk into the woods. You coming?
I'm slowly going there, watching where I'm going.
Are you bouncing on them?
No, I'm trying to be very, very cautious.
Still. A little bit of water in there.
Welcome to our hole.
A big hole in the ground, and big piles of dirt. Big piles of dirt and a big hole. So these are the projects, or the remaining infrastructure, stuff that we're building here on the homestead, and that's we'll have the brick bread pizza oven grill smoker combo thing that has to get finished. That's going to be a bit of a work. Got the woodshed. That's a quick one. You know, 6 post holes in the ground and a bunch of nails and screws, and that won't go up quick. Finish the siding on the pump house, and then we're going to get into some serious concrete work in this thing.
Careful, Smokey.
Smokey, watch it. And this is going to be the root cellar, and the root cellar is be a big old concrete hole in the ground. And you know, these are the things that we used to have years and years ago. In most homesteads would have these things, and this is what we need.
Yep, our other boy had to follow us too. Midnight. Hi, buddy.
He doesn't usually show up on camera very often.
No, but lately he's been very homebodied and...
Yep. So you can see we've had our hands full. Apologize for not doing too many videos on all of these things. One, due to the level of mouthiness. Let's call it mouthiness on my part on what's going on in this world. You know, the significant amount of censorship that I've gotten. That censorship is also tied to this channel. This is why I said on my other channel that I was going to seriously consider either just quitting YouTube altogether or consider.
Oh, we got my channel. Ain't much on there.
Yeah, or creating a new channel from scratch. But the problem is you still got the algos.
Algos are algos. It doesn't matter.
Sometimes it helps. I mean, because you look at the other channels that have gone to such and such channel 2, such and such channel 3, and so on and so forth. The fact that they've got a large base of people that they're doing, you know, as a, you know, they got a large base. I lost a lot of that base when my channel got taken down. A lot of my base did not follow. So the few that I have are the wonderful online community that we developed, and that is very nice to have. But for the level of effort that it takes to put up videos, you know, what I should be getting in subscribership and growth, I think, you know, it would have to be from scratch. So we're still debating that, and a lot of that's going to be determined based on the events that happen and that are unfolding, and that's another reason that I don't want to talk about this stuff sometimes, is just focus on what we can get done out here, is because it wears on you. And even those who continue to do big channels online, it wears on you to have focus on the negative energy. So we want to stay focused on the positive things the best we can, and that's what we've been doing. T and I have been out here just busting our butts trying to navigate the conditions we have. We got a lot of work to do this fall. We've had many more issues. You see this tree right here, that tree down there. There's another one over there. All the brown-leaved
trees we need to take down.
There are a lot of trees. These aren't too well. There's a couple over there, but that's on another lot. We're almost at the corner of our lot up here. Mm-hmm. So most of our lot goes that way.
What are you kids doing?
But we got a lot of trees this has been really hard. The issues that have faced the world, all life forms are struggling on this. We know we're in the third, fourth great die-off this planet is seeing. This is huge, and it's kind of scary, but the best that we can do is be the best stewards that we have of what we have to be stewards on. And that's what we're doing here, you know, to do that. So where are we at time-wise?
23:20.
Yeah, it's a bit longer than I wanted to go, but I wanted to show everybody the updates. It's a nice, soft, rainy day. We got most of the rain last night. Got about 1 inch.
Yeah.
So
our kids are like in the mountain.
Yeah.
To them, it's a mountain.
Kind of wish they wouldn't walk in it with their paws, but they'll probably wash that off. Walk it off.
They'll walk it off.
So, my friends, like I said, I don't know how many more videos I'm going to do. A lot of it's going to be determined about how the things continue to evolve over the fall and into winter. It does not look pretty, and quite frankly, I've put myself out there, and there are a handful of people that are put themselves out there with a specific message that the beast does not want out there. And because of that, I'm sure there are some lists that my name is on, and I'd hope to quietly fade away into just to the community I want to be aware to, if that makes sense. So we'll have to see how that goes. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a whole lot of videos. What I do think I might be looking forward to the future is seeing how things go. Maybe creating a new YouTube channel from scratch in such a way that I can do what this channel was supposed to do. Heritage Homestead Creations was supposed to be a place that I could grow a new channel, but the algos won't let it. I mean, there should be more substantial growth, because some of my videos are actually getting out there. There's some videos that are the algos are putting in front of people, and it's funny how the unsubscribing events occur. You know, you'll get 3 or 4, and then one night at one moment, like 3, 4, 5 people will unsubscribe at once.
Oh, look, we have all 4 of our kids.
All 4 of them. That's not something you see on video very often.
Midnight, Shadow, Smokey, and Miss Mittens.
Yeah, it's because we're all out here chatting and they're wanting to be with us. So
yes, I said your name, Midnight.
Once T and I get all of these big construction projects done, and I'm hoping, depending upon how that works, that maybe that we get all of that done before hard cold winter comes in. Because to do this concrete here, I'd like to have this done before winter. I really want to have it done before winter. But there's all kinds of other projects. We got a lot of food processing to do. We got a lot of homesteading chores that need to be done. But for the future, I'm hoping that T and I can settle into what we really like to do with our wood projects, the things that we used to make when we were selling our crafts and stuff at markets back up in Montana. We would make a lot of bird houses and cutting boards and stuff that you've seen us make. We would do a lot of that, and I would love to be able to put a lot of that up and even make a Etsy page. But for me, getting these systems in place and finished is priority. And to be honest, it's actually been a lot easier not having to worry about making videos on it at the same time. I feel like I've gotten more done. Even though I know it will help a lot of you to see how things are made, there's lots of videos on that. The one thing I want you to take away, and let's just leave it, let's just put it this way. My intention originally, starting making videos back in 2014 or 15, was to get, that didn't sound like it was that far away.
No, it sounded like it was just right over yonder somewhere.
It's probably up on that 80-acre tract.
Probably.
He's been busy up there. My goal was to do something the other channels didn't do on my other channel. It was to connect dots in ways that would give you the why for the actions that we take, and the solutions all in one. A lot of channels will tell you why. Well, over 100 food plants have been taken down this year. For this event happening here, that's a reason. There's a lot of channels that give you the whys, but they don't give you the what to do's. There's a lot of channels out there that will give you the what to do's, but not the why of what to do. The goal of mine was to give you the full picture, the best picture that I could of the furthest most perspective, so you could see as many things, and also to share some of my level of discernment on some of that information, because some of that information is done out of fear, some of it's out of talking people's books, and you hear all the different reasons, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted a very spiritual understanding of what we were, who we were, different places to go for good places to learn, to know that not everything that you learn from everyone is always the best gospel. That sometimes this source was really good for these things, but you might want to look over here for this other information, because not everybody gets it perfectly on everything. And that was to give you the broadest amount of information, a lot of the projects, to give you the motivation to know that you could complete a lot of these projects yourself, and how to go about doing it, and how to think through these things as the systems that we've needed. And we are creators, and I want each and every one of you to be the best creator that you can be, because that's what is, that is what is abundance in this planet, is us being the creators that we are. Not the consumers, not the users, but the creators. And what could you create that people want and need, and how do we make ourselves valuable, and understanding what we are, and spiritually, and all of those things. That was my goal. And there are a handful of other YouTubers out there that got real close to that same kind of goal, and those are the ones that are very, very hard to get or follow, or even know where they're at now. Some of them have been completely taken down. So I think that's probably good for an update. I know this is a little bit different for this channel, but that's what I'm going to do here today. Just give you some homestead updates and let you know what we're considering for the future. And to touch base with those that I know are probably the most in connection with us on through YouTube, because those are the ones who have followed me over to this channel. It's not a whole lot, but it is my most dear subscribers or YouTube family. What do you think, honey?
I think you've pretty much covered everything. You're at a little over 31 minutes.
That's a long video. All right, folks. With that, I will say
bye.
Be blessed, and stay focused on where you can be as opposed to what's going on, because it's not pretty to look at. It really isn't. But you can create your own beautiful world. So do it, and do it right. Do it well. Do it to the best of your ability. And T and I, we love you.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.